You are watching Tech Confessions, created by Amy Lewis and brought to you by VMware.
So, Chris, it is my understanding that you have sometimes used your powers of tech for some mischievous deeds.
Yes. A few years ago, VMUG put on a competition of who could gain the most points. So I wrote a PowerShell script to automatically log into the websites a few times, basically gaining my score to a fashion where I could compete with some other people and not put any effort into it. I forgot to end my for loop, and it launched all my sessions at once, took down the VMUG website for a few minutes, and they blocked my works IP because I was spamming. And so that was my bad lesson learned.
How were you caught?
They pulled the source IP for who was brute forcing the website, and that happened to be my machine. It actually locked up my machine to a black screen where I had to pull the power cord to get it to reset. It's a great lesson learned.
Did you win any kind of prize for at least being clearly one of the ones who was trying the hardest?
No.
Gosh, thankless. all your work. So you today are a big community leader. Have you always been in this kind of role, or how was your ascension from just a regular attendee and participant?
I started going to VMUGs at the very beginning before they were actual VMUG. I guess they were VMUGs, but before VMUG corporate came around, I went to my first UserCon, was completely, utterly intrigued. Kind of kept going. As I proceeded with my career a little bit, I realized that, hey, this is really important to me. And I asked, what could I do to help? I joined the steering committee for the Kansas City VMUG. And then, 4 or 5 months later, I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. You know, the next time a leader position comes open, please let me know. And basically my reasoning behind it was I'm scared to death to talk in public. And it gave me an opportunity to force myself into a position where I could learn to speak in public, and it made me have to do it, more or less. So that was my driving goal, and to give back to the community was a big thing.
Wow. So that's really incredible. It was your drive to want to change something and improve yourself in some way that put you out there in a scarier situation. Look at you today.
Yeah, and if you put yourself in an uncomfortable position, you force yourself to learn something, and you also learn a lot because of it.
Is there any advice that you would have for somebody who wants to move up or get more engaged in whatever community they happen to be part of?
Just ask. I mean, that's a big thing. Ask, participate, show up. That's the big thing. Just show up.
Yeah.
Talk to people, meet people. Networking is the best thing ever.
Yeah. It is phenomenal advice. So the question I just like to close with is, what was your last aha moment?
I think my big last real aha moment that was groundbreaking and extremely memorable was vMotion.
Wow.
The day I saw vMotion, I was hooked. I actually went into my CEO's office at that point in time and literally begged to buy VMware. And that, I didn't even understand the full bits of the technology. I was just intrigued, and that was one of the things that I felt that could save our company and help save tons of money and downtime and everything else, and utterly intrigued by it.
That's awesome. Well, as always, when you are ready to give your tech confession, just visit techconfessionstheshow.com.